Yeah, I think again we started sloppy, but then I think after that we really had a real control of the game and played some really good stuff. Again, I think we felt comfortable. We were causing Cincinnati problems and unlucky not to get a goal while we were on top. And then second half, the first goal is a terrible goal for us to concede, and we know away from home against a good team, conceding the first goal is important. So that was disappointing. And then the second goal, we have them pinned back in their right back area, and we have three players pin them in, and we allow them to come out, and then we're open and we concede the second. And so yeah, really disappointed. Really pleased with the players. Kept going, kept trying to get something out of the game, which is always a positive. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, but overall disappointed with the result. And it's strange because it's probably the best performance out of the last 5 games, and we've won the other games, but unfortunately we didn't manage to win today or take anything from the game.
Do you think Tyler should have done a little better on the second goal? Given it was
yeah, I think the first goal is always, you're always looking and ask. I haven't seen it back, but you're always asking questions how it's gone straight in. So that's something I'll look at. And I think the second goal, he maybe didn't move his feet quick enough. But again, it's something which that's just from me observation, from seeing it live. So we look back at that. But Tyler's been great for us. So it's sometimes these happen.
Andy was scratched right before the game. Muscle issue?
Yeah, he felt his calf in the warm up, so he couldn't play.
And then Steve and Pedro, you don't expect them back for a while?
No, Steve will be. It's a strange one because it's a bang on his hip. So we just have to really see how he is, but we're probably expecting 2 or 3 weeks for Steve if it settles down quickly. And Pedro probably similar time frame, 3 weeks.
He's
hamstring, yeah.
Coming to Cincinnati's been in great form so far this year. Despite the result, you feel like you saw positives, playing on the road, being down a few players, and being competitive.
Yeah, no, I think there was a lot of positives, and as I said, I thought once we actually, after about 20-25 minutes, we started playing what we trained and tactically where we felt the space would be, and making 2-3 passes. Then we knew we'd get space either side of the midfield, and take their forwards out of the game, and that's what we were doing, and I felt we were in real control. We just couldn't get the goal. So I think there's a lot of positives out tonight. Obviously Derek getting 90 minutes was a plus for us as well. So yeah, it's when you lose games of football, you're always disappointed, but you try and take positives out of the games, and I thought there was quite a few tonight.
You and Lucho embraced after the game, exchange a few pleasantries, I imagine.
No, after tonight. Obviously he got a goal and an assist, so. But yeah, good to see him. Obviously, we had a good time together as players, so it's always nice to see him.
Yeah. Good.
And Junior.
Everyone
forgot about him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jason.
Hi, Wayne. Thanks for speaking with us. I feel like this is the first game out of the, you mentioned the previous 4 being wins. The first game where you were facing a team that could maybe compete with Christian in the air. And obviously you're happy with the performance. How did you expect, or how did you want the team to adapt to a team that has 3 center backs and can maybe compete a little more with Christian in the air than a lot of your previous opponents?
Yeah, well, I think we're not just a team who plays the ball long into Christian. We try and play as well, and I thought it's what we tried to do, and we tried to play in their half, which I felt we'd done more tonight of doing that, and then to try and obviously cause them problems in different ways. We've got good players who can play in and around Christian, obviously with Taxi and Lewis O'Brien, Mateus Click, so and yeah, I felt we'd done that. Of course, they've got 3 big centre backs who can all compete, which is fine. That's that's part of the game, and it's on us then to try and find other ways. As much as that's a strength for them, it can also be a weakness as well.